What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Star Vision YouTube channel. My name is Sebastian, and I'm joined with my two brothers,
Jesus,
Hugo,
and we're here to get ready for the Monday Night Football showdown against the Arizona Cardinals. Let's get right into it, starting with the injury report. Jesus, do you want to touch bases on that?
yes, sir. So, on the Cowboys side of the ball, it looks like we have no injuries. We're getting back our starting Pro Bowl middle linebacker. The Wolf Hunter is his nickname. They call him the Wolf Hunter. Leighton Vander Esch. He's coming back. He was dealing with some neck problems, but it looks like he's ready to go for Monday night. And on the Cardinals side of the ball, they're also relatively healthy. They put probably their best defensive player on injured reserve this past week. He'll be out for the season, and it's Chandler Jones. He's a sack machine. Very, very great player. So I guess the Cowboys are let off the hook on that one. So, but outside of that, they're relatively healthy as well.
For sure. So we're going to break down the Arizona Cardinals offense and defense, and we're going to emphasize how the Dallas Cowboys need to approach this Week 6 game. Starting with the offense led by a young, offensive-minded head coach, Cliff Kingsbury, and their young superstar quarterback, Kyler Murray. You want to talk about Kyler Murray?
Kyler Murray, baller. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. He needs to do a better job protecting the ball. I think he has 6 interceptions so far.
Correct.
But besides that, he's very mobile, very athletic quarterback. He's trending to be a superstar in the league for sure.
Yeah, he has the ability to extend plays. He's just dangerous.
I love watching him play.
It's very fun to watch. Moving on to the backfield. Their starting running back, Kenyon Drake. He is expected to have the majority of the workload, with Chase Edmonds, his backup, working in the passing game. Chase Edmonds is their second leading receiver on that team. So that just goes to show how much they utilize Chase Edmonds in their offense. You want to talk about how the Cowboys linebackers need to play this week?
The Cowboys linebackers, they need to contain Kyler Murray, man. And we've struggled with the run game in general, but a mobile quarterback is very, very dangerous. Kyler Murray can go crazy on us. And same with Kenyon. Kenyon's had a slow start to the year, in my opinion. He hasn't been running too hot. But if there's any time to get going, it's probably against the Cowboys rush defense. So hopefully the Cowboys can contain that man.
Definitely.
Or keep a stop to him, or keep his bad mojo going.
Yeah, Leighton Vander Esch is going to be a key player in this week's matchup. I'm excited for having him back. He got hurt in the first week versus the Rams, so excited for his return. Should be good.
Leighton Vander Esch he's gonna be calling the defense now, which is gonna be helpful for Jalen Smith. So I think that's gonna be a positive for the Cowboys.
A true leader on that defense. Moving on to the wide receivers. They got a very talented wide receiver. Top 3 wide receiver in the league. Leading the NFL in receptions this year with like 45. That's crazy. This is DeAndre Hopkins. He has given the Dallas Cowboys defense fits in the past. He's explosive. He's aggressive. He's just very good. They also have Christian Kirk, a very shifty route runner. He's quick. He's just a knack of getting open downfield. And also they have Larry Fitzgerald, old reliable. He's still in the league. He's just a Kyler Murray's security blanket, I guess. He plays a lot in the slot. So look for him to find creases in the defense. Hugo, do you want to touch bases on the Cowboys secondary?
They also have Andy Isabella as well, which is a solid receiver for them.
He's in their rotation.
He's in the rotation. The top 4 guys. And before I get to the secondary, shout out Larry Fitzgerald for still balling. Probably one of my favorite receivers all time. He doesn't drop a pass, man. Remember him balling on the Super Bowl against the Steelers?
That was a
All right,
decade ago.
All right. Huh?
That was a decade ago.
That's why he's one of my favorites. I'm not saying he's the best right now. All right, but in terms of the secondary, they just got to contain DeAndre Hopkins. That guy's been on a tear this year. Yeah, if we're getting a little healthier there, but still kind of shaky. Do you want to touch base on the secondary?
Do we expect Trevon Diggs to guard him?
I mean, he's not our best cornerback. I think Anthony Brown. He came back last week from an injury.
But Diggs is our most athletic corner, so
Diggs
who
is
knows?
quick.
Who knows?
That's a big task for a rookie cornerback. But, hey, our cornerbacks are slowly getting healthy. Chidobe Awuzie is on track to come back next week, so that's going to be a huge part for the Dallas Cowboys defense.
Yeah, and I believe Diggs was the one guarding Julio Jones when we played the Falcons, too.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, he's a good receiver, but he only had 2 catches, so we'll take that what it's worth. Moving on to the offensive line. Their offensive line is not good at all. Kyler Murray runs for his life. He's very quick and he's good at it, but they just never invested in that offensive line for Kyler Murray. But he does have the ability to extend plays and be very dangerous when he exits the pocket. Our defensive line, Tank Lawrence had a strip sack last week. Expect that to continue. Aldon Smith, I believe he's still our sack leader on defense with 4 sacks. And Everson Griffin, has been underwhelming this year, but hopefully he steps up this week because it's much needed. Again, contain Kyler Murray. Very important. Our interior, Tristan Hill banged up, so let's take a look at Neville Gallimore this week. And yeah, that Arizona Cardinals, yes?
No, you're good, man.
Okay.
Keep going.
The Arizona Cardinals offense, led by the dynamic duo, DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray. That's something to look out for. Very explosive duo. And yeah, let's hope our defense holds up this week. I know that's a lot to ask for, but
I hope they do.
Moving on to the Arizona Cardinals defense. They run a 3-4 base defense. Their defensive coordinator is very aggressive. He loves to send blitzes, and he's going to continue that this week with our backup quarterback in, Andy Dalton. So expect our offense to have more intermediate routes to get the ball out of his hands. And let's talk about the defensive line. They have 3 big guys up front. Great against the run. Helps the linebackers, those big guys take on two offensive linemen. So that clears lanes for blitzing linebackers. So that's their defensive scheme. You want to touch bases on our offensive line?
It's not what it used to be. But I feel like the more continuity they get with playing together week by week, hopefully, they get better. That's kind of what you hope for. And hopefully we can kind of scheme some quick passes to kind of slow down the rush a little bit, maybe establish the run game. Those kind of things would definitely help.
Yes. With our 2 undrafted free agents starting at offensive tackles with Brandon Knight and Terrence Steele. So expect them to get pressured a lot, different angles. And
the Rook.
Tyler Biotish, starting center. Yes. He's looking to make his second NFL start. Moving on to the Cardinals linebackers. Their linebacker room, they have a lot of depth, led by Devondre Campbell and Jordan Hicks. They're the 2 leading tacklers on that defense. Huge part of that defense.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I really don't. I'm sorry.
All right, let's move on. Their rookie, one of my favorite defensive prospects this past draft class, Isaiah Simmons, linebacker. He has great size. He's very fast. This year, they have not used him a lot, right?
I was gonna ask you, what do you think about him so far to start off the year?
He's been limited. I think you mentioned the other day, he doesn't really know the defensive scheme, so that's early learning pains for a rookie, especially that leader of the defense. So we're moving into week 6. Expect that snap count to go up. And you want to touch bases on Ezekiel Elliott performance this week 6?
Ezekiel Elliott, that boy's about to eat this week. We're gonna rely on him a lot. Definitely, we need to establish it early on. I think we need to be more creative in the ways we use Ezekiel Elliott. I think he looks better this year than he did last year, so it's gonna look good. I know the lineman's kind of banged up, so it's gonna be difficult, but we definitely gotta establish the run game.
Definitely. Do you want to touch bases on like some running schemes we need to use?
Well, I know normally we're a man blocking run oriented team. There's been success with some zone blocking, and that might be beneficial for the Cowboys, especially because we don't have those alphas that we used to with Frederick and Smith. So zone blocking would help. You just gotta find a way to get Zeke in space. That's really the key. Maybe I want to be more involved in the passing game, some more effective pass routes instead of like a simple screen. Like maybe get him out on the wing and just have him make a move and go up the field.
Definitely. Moving on to the Arizona Cardinals secondary. They still have a Pro Bowl cornerback, Patrick Peterson. He is looking to wreak havoc this weekend against Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and Michael Gallup. And their stud safety, Budda Baker, just got paid this offseason. So he's been impressive. He tends to roam in the box. He's very aggressive against the run and just a playmaker. Just great for that defense. Like we said, Andy Dalton, expect a lot of intermediate routes. Get the ball out of his hands because that defense is going to blitz because they've shown it the first 5 weeks. Just expect a lot of blitzes. Andy Dalton, stay composed in the pocket. And, yeah.
Kudos to Peterson for still looking good. He's been in the league for a while, and he's been locked down forever. So, and the fact that he's still going strong, I still think he's playing great football.
Same.
And he's approaching, I think he's in his 30s now.
Yeah.
So, good for him. Kudos to that guy.
So, I want to touch bases on Andy Dalton and the season outlook. Because, as we know, Dak Prescott, season-ending injury, suffered last week against the Giants. Andy Dalton, a proven veteran with the Cincinnati Bengals. He looked promising last game. So, you want to touch bases on Andy Dalton and his process?
Yeah, it's gonna be weird watching football without Dak. He's been a constant guy that we look towards to lead our team, and in the offseason we did a good job getting Andy Dalton, was a proven quarterback, so that's gonna help. And I think you just need to get the ball out of his hands. He's still a good quarterback. We have the luxury of having a great backup quarterback. I think compared to the league, he's like a middle of the pack, and that's gonna help us out.
He's won before. He has won games. Yeah, it hasn't looked too good at the end of Cincinnati, but he's capable of winning. And I feel like if the Cowboys just put him in opportunities to succeed, I don't think it will be too bad. I can still see us winning, 8-9 games for sure. So and that just goes on the scheme and all that. But he's won. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he's definitely a high end backup quarterback.
If you won with the Bengals, you're a good quarterback.
Yeah. The Bengals tended to have great defenses with Marvin Lewis coaching them up. So hopefully our defense steps up because, it can only go up from here, right?
Can only go up.
So it's going to be weird.
Do it for Dak. Let's see a step up for Dak.
It's going to be weird. Hey, everyone needs to rally behind Andy Dalton. This is the first game without Dak Prescott in 5 years. That is surreal. Andy Dalton, you got my trust. You got our trust. So Monday Night Football, Primetime, let's show it. Moving on to game expectations. So as I said, Monday Night Football, big stage at AT&T Stadium. Home game for the Cowboys. Again, 25,000 fans. Should be fun to watch overall. I'm excited for Andy Dalton and this new look Dallas Cowboys taking on the Cardinals. So let's touch bases on the matchup to watch this week. Jesus?
The matchup to watch. I'm going to go with Amari Cooper versus Patrick Peterson. Only because last week, Amari Cooper, 2 catches. He got clamped up a little bit by Bradbury, Giants cornerback. So hopefully he can bounce back. And I think he has to, create that space against Patrick Peterson.
Yeah. Who's your matchup to watch? I know you're about to flip it, huh? Hopkins.
Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins versus the Dallas Cowboys secondary. Exciting,
man. Hopefully it's not one-sided.
Hopefully we can even the playing grounds a little bit, but that's too much to ask for. Hugo, let's go into your segment. Hugo's 3 things to watch.
I'm taking over this week. Hugo's. All right, hold it for me. Hugo's 3 things the Cowboys need to do to win this Monday night. How's that sound? Taking over your segment, taking over your show. All right, number 1, feed Zeke. We're gonna have to feed that man because we lost our starting quarterback. We're gonna need an established run game. We're gonna need to win time of possession. All right, time of possession is key. It's gonna help our defense a lot. We can't leave the defense on the field too long. So Zeke's gonna need to eat up that time, get those first downs, and keep moving the chains, helping Andy Dalton.
Keep Kyler off the field.
Yeah, I think Zeke's gonna get 200 yards total. Thinking maybe 150 running and 50 receiving. I think he's gonna be heavily involved. It's his team. It's Zeke's team now. He's gonna be carrying the ball. Number 2, this Cowboy defense needs to bend, not break. Bend, don't break. Definitely need to contain Kyler Murray. Don't have any broken coverages. Don't let DeAndre Hopkins get behind you. Just can't let up those big plays. Those are killer. So that's my number 2. Number 3, win the turnover battle. We have not won the turnover battle at all this whole season. Last week we got a tie and it ended up as a dub. So just gotta win it. Let's get this win. Let's get a strip sack. Let's get a pick. Let's do something. Come on, defense. Those are my 3 things the Cowboys need to do to win on Monday night.
Definitely. I mean, we can only hope for the best. Hope for at least 2 of those, right? We guaranteed win, you think?
It's going to be tough, man. They're an explosive offense, but we'll see.
Let's all pick a player that is going to have a big day this Monday Night Football showdown.
Zeke, I just said it, so I'm sticking with it.
I'm going to pick Leighton Vander Esch. He is the heart and soul of this defense. He is the leader. Expect our defense to look not lost. So, Leighton Vander Esch, coming back from an injury, haven't seen him in a while. Hopefully he has a big day because our defense needs him.
And I'm going to go with CD Lamb. Only because, as I just mentioned, the Amari Cooper, Patrick Peterson matchup, it's gonna hopefully that clears up CD Lamb to get from the slot and get some great looks and has a big day.
All right. Well, that's all of our big days for this week's matchup. Game predictions, what do we expect? Are we winning? Are we losing? Are we tying? Hopefully not. Hugo?
I think we're gonna lose. I'm not gonna lie. I think our defense is not good, but hey, if they prove me wrong, I'm all for
it. I think we're gonna win 28-27.
Close game?
Close game. Very close game.
And I'm gonna pick hopefully Andy Dalton shows some promise and our defense steps up. That's all I'm going to say.
You're saying what's a win?
Hey, I'm never going to pick the Cowboys to lose, but it's going to be a tough game. Hopefully we come out victorious because we are currently number 1 in the NFC East.
NFC East.
That being said, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at the Star Vision for live game updates and my opinions throughout the game. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Like this video if you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys Tuesday with a game breakdown. Stay safe. Peace out.